And some of y'all so woke, you need to be slapped to sleep. It's like no. But for real though, I think that for a lot of us, our need to bring awareness to our oppression makes it difficult or gets in the way of us finding a solution for the things that we go through. Walk with me, right? Because I know that might sound crazy. But I don't know if y'all seen it or not, but there has been conversation on Twitter about Ari Lennox and how she was responding to Martin, basically saying that like as a dark-skinned woman watching Martin and how they always interacted with Pam kind of like really impacted her. So the conversation on Twitter turned into this whole thing of like folks feeling like people are trying to downplay colorism, because a lot of the comments were basically saying that the show never really like mentioned her skin color or none of that. And my thing is like, stop playing. Even if the show never mentions somebody's skin color, the fact that that person is always the butt of the joke and that person looks a certain way and the way that they look also is synonymous with the way that our world works and interacts with people. It's always going to translate because she's dark skinned, regardless of if that was the point of the joke or not, right? So that had me thinking, right? Like y'all always know I be thinking, I love to think. So the question becomes, how come nobody wants to analyze that Pam always reacts in a way that affirms the fact of like whatever is coming her way can't stop her because she already knows she got it going on? Like how come we can't add into the conversation that despite Pam always being the object of these jokes of ridicule that can be seemingly due to her being a darker skinned woman, she always defied the odds. She always came back. She always had a comeback. And then even on top of that, all of the men on the show wanted her. And so I think that what's missing when we analyze oppression is how do those groups of folks who are oppressed, how do they respond to the things or the injustices in that moment? And to me, I think that that's where the lesson lies. I don't believe that the lesson lies in the fact of telling folks or like saying to folks, you can't say that, you shouldn't say that because that's wrong. Because ultimately, I think everybody already know what's wrong. Like we all live in the same world. We all socialize the same way. We all see what's happening. So I think that people know. So us bringing awareness to that is doing nothing but distracting us from getting to the solution, right? And so that reminds me of this quote from Toni Morrison that basically captured that racism is a distraction. It keeps you explaining your existence. It keeps you fighting to be seen as valuable, and it stops you from doing the work that you probably should be doing to actually change the systems in which you live under, because you're so busy fighting and screaming, this is me, value me, right? And so ultimately, I think that one, people can't get over the fact of like that bad thing is happening and it shouldn't be happening, and be able to say this is what we need to do next. Granted, it's wrong. Colorism is wrong. Racism is wrong. All of the isms are wrong, right? But that's the world that we live in. So can we be mad at Martin for depicting the world that we actually live in on the show?